Hey guys, Guns Are Central here with another gear comparison. Today I want to talk about folding hunting knives. I use these a lot. Both of these are lockback knives. I know they're kind of old school or whatever with all the liner locks and super high performance stainless steels that they have out on the market today. These are more of your traditional style, which I just kind of dig the traditional looks on a lot of things, and knives just happens to be one of them. On the top here, we have the Buck Model 110. This is kind of the standard as far as folding hunters go. It's been around since 1962. In the bottom is the Kershaw Wildcat Ridge. I don't know exactly when it was introduced. I'm thinking it was in the mid to late 90s. So it's still kind of a new kid on the block. I'll go through the specs real fast for you guys. The Buck 110, the blade material is 420 HC. HC stands for high carbon. It is stainless steel. The blade length is 3 3/4 inches. It does have a natural wood grain handle material with brass bolsters and brass pins, and there is, for some reason, either a stainless or a nickel pin there. I don't really know what the reasoning is on that, but it's there. The weight is 7.2 ounces. It is made in the good old US of A, believe it or not. There are still some products made in America. It does have the Buck's unconditional forever lifetime warranty. I've heard that it is a very good warranty as far as the customer service and everything. It's supposed to be great. The price that I paid for this, I bought it at Gator Mountain, and it was $40. I believe you can get it a little cheaper at Walmart. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know you can get it cheaper online if that's what you decide to do. It comes with this good high quality leather sheath. It's just got the little snap there, and the belt loop on the back. Nothing fancy, but it's got good stitching on it, and it just holds up really well. Now on the Kershaw, this guy, the blade material is AUS 6A. Blade length is 3.5 inches. It's got a cross-grooved ABS plastic handle material with a zinc die-cast alloy bolster. The weight is 4.3 ounces. On this particular one, it is a little older. I think I bought this knife probably 4 years ago, I guess. It is made in Japan. The newer folding knives that Kershaw manufactures, from what I've heard, they're all made in China. At least most of them are. I don't know. I've never owned any of them made in China, but I do know that they have moved their manufacturing to China on their folding knives. So the quality, of course, isn't nearly as good as this guy right here. Japan is known for putting out some really good knives, and this is no exception. This is a really nice knife. It's not a high dollar knife, but it's still a nice knife. I believe I gave $35 for this particular one. I have seen the newer ones on Amazon, I believe, for like $22. But like I said, it's the Chinese version, so I guess buyer beware. The sheath material on this is like a ballistic nylon, and this guy has been beat to hell. I know you guys can obviously probably tell that in the video, but it's been used a lot. I put a piece of paracord through the belt loop. I wear it around my neck a lot of times. I wear a lot of my knives around my neck a lot of times that aren't really designed as neck knives, but that's just where they always end up, just because, to me, they're a lot handier around your neck than they are in your pocket or even on your belt. So that's where they go. It's just a personal preference. Some of the differences on these guys, you can tell the nail notch or the finger notch on the blade is in a little higher location on the buck than than it is on the Kershaw. It does make opening the blade one-handed a little easier on the Kershaw, just because, hold on, you can put your thumb in that notch there, and it does give enough traction to where you can flick the blade open, whereas on the buck, it's too far forward. You have to kind of slide your thumb back after you get it to break open and then open it. I guess that can be a little risky, sliding your thumb down a blade of a knife, but if you're careful, it can be done. And both of these knives really are so slick that you don't have to use the finger notch. You can just kind of put your thumb there and flick it open. The back of the Kershaw does have some jipping on the back of the blade. Allows you to kind of choke up on the blade and do a little more delicate, more precise work. The jipping is just sharp enough to give you pretty decent traction where it's not so sharp to where it's uncomfortable, so they did do a good job on that, in my opinion. And both of these guys are logback design. I do prefer that on a hunting knife, basically because the inside of the knife gets kind of nasty. I guess we'll just leave it at that. You know, you get all kinds of disgusting things going on the inside of the knife, and it does just get pretty filthy in there. So I prefer the lockback design over a liner lock for gutting purposes and skinning and stuff like that. Edge retention, I do give the win to buck. 420 isn't necessarily considered a high-performance stainless steel or anything, but buck's pretty much got 420 mastered, you know, as far as their forging goes. They've got it nailed. I mean, 420, buck makes probably as good a 420 as you can get. Whereas the Kershaw, you know, it does hold an edge pretty decently. I mean, you could probably get away with skinning a deer without having to sharpen it or anything, but it just doesn't hold the edge like the buck does. So I'm gonna have to give that the win, and the overall fit and finish of the buck is a little bit better. It's just a little more attention to detail. Like on the back, I mean, it's just seamless, you know. You can run your finger across it, and it's like there's really no difference in materials there. Whereas the Kershaw, you can feel a little bump there. I mean, I'm nitpicking here. It's nothing that's going to hurt the performance or aggravate your hand during use or you know, shorten the life of the knife or anything like that. It's just these knives really are pretty close in price and performance, and you know, I guess it just basically depends on what you like the looks of better. I do kind of prefer the more traditional look of the buck, just because, you know, I remember my grandpa having a knife just like that. So, but either one of these in your pack with reasonable care, they're both going to last you forever. I mean, very high quality knives. Can't really go wrong with either one, but for me, I'm going to take the slightly higher quality made in America version. So that's it from my folding hunter knife comparison. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks a lot.